entire body is my chest. Probably my abs a little bit. I have really nice shoulders. I could probably add mass to it. I have great arms. Could add mass to those. You could always add mass, obviously, David. But generally, my arms are good. My shoulders are good. I have pretty good calves and legs from working, and I have good balance other than injuries. But my chest, I can do push-ups. I can do pull-ups. I can do crunches. But as far as my aesthetics or where I really could. So I just incorporated some chest into my gym routine, David, as I was discussing with you. And I was putting 45s on the plate chest, the chest press machine with the plates. 45s I put in ChatGPT. I'm trying to gauge where I am as far as strength and intermediate, and I don't quite know what I'm doing as far as some of these chest exercises because it's underdeveloped on my body. So like even using the muscles for the first couple reps, was doing dumbbell flies just to like get used to. I have a shoulder injury, so it pops. Anyways, I say all that to say this, David. The first milestone when it comes to like benching as a man, when you're lifting, is to lift the bar with a 45 on each side. And that you like do that for like, a couple reps. Like at first, like one bench max, but then eventually that will become like the standard. That's like for a standard man, you should be able to, in gym culture, you should be able to do 2 plates in a bar. So that equals about 190 pounds.
Two plates in a bar equals what?
Bar's 45.
135. Yeah. Because it's 90 pounds in weights and then 45 bar. 135. 135.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
135? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes, 135. So, and then to rep that, 135 is pretty good, dude. Like to push 130, I weigh 160 pounds.
I know, that's the thing. That's why I don't want to even like compare anything because I weigh so much more than you.
Yes.
I'm like considerably heavier, like a lot heavier than you.
Way heavier.
I am you're 160?
I weigh 159.8 yesterday when I weighed myself. I was in my underwear, no shoes, no socks, no phone, nothing. That was fucking my underwear weigh 1/10 of a pound.
I am somewhere in the 55 to 60 pound neighborhood heavier than you.
So you're I want to be 180.
215.
It'd be dope to be 200 pounds in muscle, but I'd have to work out considerably hard, like hypertrophy train till I die to be that big. To grow muscle that big is
truly is. It's way harder to grow muscle than to lose fat.
Well, I fucking woke up. I say woke up at like that 16, 17, 18 point when you're like, oh fuck. I like woke up at 135, 140. So like just high protein diet and working out. I've never been fat. I've never like held fat because of my lifestyle. But to your point, David, yeah, that's for, I haven't worked out this whole time, but I did push-ups and sit-ups, and I've been getting in the gym the last few years more recently, and, all that shit. But I say all that to say, like, so from 130 to 140 to 160, and I probably put on, everything but probably 5 or 6 pounds of that was muscle in fucking 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah, I was...
I wasn't training like this though. Like if I really lock in on training, man, like it changes.
I haven't worked out with any form of seriousness since 1920, and like I stopped even casually working out in my early 20s. So when I hopped back onto a bar and then just threw up 170, I was like, I feel pretty good about that. Now
I've seen your shoulders, dude. You got good delts. I know it's from. I mean, your upper, but I mean, like your lower. Like you got some good wings coming in, dude. Like you could probably fucking yank a bar, dude. Like I know, like where you got your stuff, where you hold your weight and all that. Mm-hmm. But like, man, I can see that. And then you just kind of tighten up the chest. It's real. I know that's everybody's thing is your chest and your stomach. And then some people got flabby asses if you're sitting a lot. Like, dude, really do some squats. Mm-hmm. I'm up and down a ladder and shit, like with 50 pounds around my waist. And like, I kind of do weighted treadmill, like, but
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't know.
I would like to start squatting. I don't squat that much. I would like to
Yeah.
focus on the legs a bit too.
Yeah, I
But
mostly say that to say that's kind of why like the last few days I've been just a touch late, but so I'm getting it better. So I'm getting tighter on time. But Dave, I could show you a couple exercise because my biggest thing with working out, and maybe even like to our viewers, and then we'll transition to why you came here. I mean, fuck it, we're culture, Dave. We're the men's men. We're Renaissance men. Um,
well,
is
honestly, this is I don't know. People might think this is silly, but truthfully, this is as important as the things we talk about because at the end of the day, we're going to talk about things and then it's going to be like, okay, what are you going to do about it? And truthfully, if you're like a scrawny, weak male who's mad at the government, who cares?
that was literally me, David. That was
Who
literally me,
cares?
little weak
What are
guy.
you going to do? You're going to do nothing. You're going to do absolutely nothing. I get it. We're not going to beat the military with rifles and six packs. I understand that, but the point is there has to be
Probably
a
helped though.
sure,
Probably
there's got
helped.
to be some form of mental like, dude, I need to at least be somewhat ready for a battle.
You know what, dude? You know what I love more than anything? Honestly, first of all, just going there, you know that you're only surrounded by winners. Like literally, even the fattest person
Mhm.
at that
I was
gym
just
is
going to say that.
better than all of the fat people outside of the gym. So that fat guy is the 1% of people in his town. Still, he's still a 1%er. Just
I'd make the
showing up.
argument he's better than thin people outside
Everybody
of the
that
gym.
doesn't work out. Yeah, he's better than fit kids. If they're not fucking pushing it, if they're going to play video games, that dude's better than those kids. Like, what the fuck do you say? I went up to a guy one time. This was years ago. He's so fat. He's probably, I hope he's still at the gym. But I went up, I fist pounded. I was like, dude, you're kind of inspiring me. And I stopped going. You know what I mean? Like, I seen it in him. Like, fuck, it's hard for me to go. Like, yeah, dude, you're only there around winners. And honestly, around really attractive people. That's not what it's all about. I'm not there staring at ass. But just like, dude, no crackheads are going to the gym. You know what I mean? No woman beater, no felon. Maybe some felons, depending on where you go. But like, you know what I mean? Like these people that are going there are trying to promote an overall better way of living because they're taking the most important, smallest actionable steps they can. They're the biggest small steps you can take is be active. But dude, just like I just keep associating. I drive by and I look at the gym. I was like, I miss you. I love you. Like I say that out loud to train my body to just love to drive by the fucking thing. But the biggest thing that helped me, David, to round this out, was getting exercises that I didn't have to like. Because you're like, all right, we're gonna do shoulders today, and then you're like, how do you train the shoulders? Like, oh, you just do the machines, and then you go over to the machines, and then you don't like they're not. So like something that really helped me with my shoulder development was I have a flat bar routine. It's 4 exercises, and it works the upper, lower, and the mid delt. And all you need is 1 bar. So you don't need to hog up a lot of space. You don't need to wait for machines. And you can just grab that thing and then you just scale the weight. You just scale the weight with the exercise. You know what I mean? So like that was one thing limiting my chest development, David, is like benching alone scared. I'm not going to ask for a spot. Like I want to develop my shit. Like I got to lock in but there is the Smith machine, which, like, there's always the gym phobia. You're not used to using shit,
Mm-hmm.
which comes back to the plate press, getting stronger in general. So when I go over to that machine, and I start throwing weight, like it might not be
I mean,
bad.
there's if you're careful and smart too, though, because I know you're not supposed to, but I bench alone all the time. If you're careful and smart, you're going to be okay. Understand that you're going to have limitations. Understand how your body feels. If you start to get a little tired, don't be a hero. Fucking put the thing up and go do 3 more sets or something. Who cares?
That's actually why
Don't.
I think people do the slight incline too. Is when you bench alone, if
Mhm.
you fail, like at least it falls here, and like
Yeah,
like you can like roll out of it. Not that you want to
and
roll
if
300 pounds
like
over your cock, but
dude, if you're putting up 135 pounds, don't try 200. Like, come on, you're not going to do it. It's okay. Don't you
well,
don't.
Dave,
That's what I
and
mean.
to
Like,
your
just be
point,
smart.
you can go break down 135, and then when you get close to failure, go pick up dumbbells, take dumbbells, and then 20-pound dumbbells. Like when I started I got into it with my cousin, not like into it bad, but we discussed. He said, "Oh, well, your muscles are peaked because you're this age," and it's like, Okay.
I don't believe.
I
I
was like,
don't
"Are you
believe
sure
that.
about that?" He's like, "Yeah, it's just testosterone." I was like, "Okay, dude." And he's educated, David. He's a teacher. Teacher, okay?
There's a
So
kernel in
all
truth
of
in what he said, but
there
absolutely not. You're not
there
30.
is, but the thing that grows muscle is hypertrophy training. Now, if I would have started working out at 15, would I be better? Of course. Would I have higher testosterone? Sure. That's not the point. Like muscle synthesis comes from hypertrophy.
Well, and it's
And as
and
you
here's
study it, you can learn to work out better and smarter.
he's slightly missing one point too, which is the more you work out, the higher your testosterone is. There's caps on it. I'm not saying it's infinite. I'm not saying if you work out 24 hours a day, you get like this crazy. But like people who work out have higher testosterone on average,
Oh, that is
and
TRT.
you can make you can make links to like just general fitness and exercise in general. To be honest with you, men just have higher T when they're better shape, physically fit, when they're not fat. Some of that is just
Well, there's
plain
actually to
lifestyle,
your
so it's hard to say exactly because they're lifting. But
yeah, ideal honestly body weight. Fat. Some people that actually get too lean, their testosterone lowers a little bit because one of the precursors, I think is DHT testosterone. I don't know. I should really look into how this works. But there's something about it that one of the precursors is like a fat protein or fat molecule that the more fat it has, like fat is raw. It's like the sugar for your body. It's just like it's just that raw. It's like honey. It's just raw, unprocessed, waiting to be used. But
probably part of the holdup for me though is that I didn't. Some of it is evolved over time, but some of it I forgot over time, and just in general, like knowing that I'm like everybody, limited on time. I don't have infinite time to just work out. Knowing like the most efficient ways to do it and everything. Honestly, I've gotten so much information from my friend Adam's YouTube channel. I think it's called
does he
Science
have you
Based Science.
superset and drop sets and stuff?
What does he? What?
Does he have you do does he tell you like this superset stuff
Well,
or do drop
no,
sets and stuff?
he's got hundreds of it. It's go YouTube Science Based Fitness. He's got tons of videos. They vary in different ways. There's different things he talks about. I know the guy personally, so I'll send him messages and stuff, and if I have any questions. But sometimes he'll throw me a link to one of his videos when he went super in depth. Like I asked him about saunas, and I said, "Is there any science behind the saunas?" Because that's like his whole premise, is he bases everything in science. So, is there any science? Because I like it, and they feel good and everything. But like,
It feels good, right?
Sure, but is there any scientific benefit? And he's like, actually, yeah, there's a ton of scientific benefits. There was a huge study on them that was done, and there's huge benefits. He said the lighting, like the lighting therapy and stuff, some of that might be a little hokey, but he said the sauna itself, there's rock solid science. Um, to the point where it's like people who spend 15 minutes in a sauna 3 times a week or something, which isn't tremendous, had like I'm just throwing the number out there just to make a point. I don't remember what it is. Go watch the video, but it's like 70% higher life expectancy or some crazy. It was like fucking astronomical, like crazy high number. And I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of surprising. I always thought it was a little bit of like a little bit of a hoax, to be honest with you. But I was glad to
When
see
I heard
that's real.
Rogan talk about that when I was in the paint shops, David, I actually didn't mind putting the mask on and getting it actually made me like kind of enjoy. I always kind of look forward to that little sweat when you spray the bed liners for that 15 minutes. But like understanding that shit was actually good, like in a way other than breathing in the chemicals, it was actually like a good cardiovascular sauna style. Not that it does the same thing, but a paint booth at 90 degrees full, like for an hour.
Yeah, I
It's hell
mean,
of a
and some of
workout.
these people do some really
Toasty,
freaky high temperatures, like more than I can withstand. But yeah, I
like
asked him about.
raw steak.
Yeah, I mean, I asked him about that. I asked him about cold plunges. He said that a little bit. Um, but the point is, I asked him like, what are some like the best, the most efficient ones, some exercises that work everything at once, and he was kind of going through some of the basics. He said, dude, push-ups are actually like super underrated. Like You can. It's
such a
something
core
you can do.
exercise.
It's something you could do literally with no equipment at all. You can just go down and do push-ups. It works like 10 different muscles at once. He's like, dude, it's super underrated. Like, go do push-ups.
It's fucking hard too.
It
It's
is. It's
fucking
way
hard.
harder than I remember.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Do 40 push-ups. Do 40
Like
push-ups.
good real push-ups.
Real push-ups.
Yeah, do 40
And
real
wait,
push-ups.
hold them. Hold them. Like, hold at the bottom, come up, hold. At the gym, my cadence is like an exhale and an inhale, and then I lift. Up and down. So, like...
When I was a little lighter, I could show off and do the claps and everything, but that no chance now.
I don't really think that makes you any stronger.
It
I know
doesn't,
that
but yeah.
explosion is supposed to be what it's about. That's
No, it's more of showing off.
Mm-hmm.
And one-handed. I used to be able to do a one-handed one, but like
No, that's
there's
fucking
no way.
gnarly. Yeah.
Well, I was lighter. In high school, I was probably 180, 190.
190, Dave, huh?
Probably.
On them
I
blades,
was lean. I was a little leaner. I was less muscular too, though. So I don't know. Maybe I never tried it. Maybe I could do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Just get you doing inverted push-ups, dude. Change your whole life.
just
jacked shoulders.
Just go lift stuff. Like I mean, know what you're doing. You're gonna hurt yourself. But like the point is, just move around, lift things. Like do something. Do something. People just sit around and do nothing. They get fat. They eat poorly. I'm not even saying like I'm the best. I don't eat the best.
Drink milk.
Sure, drink milk. Drink water. Just do all these things. Oh, I had before we get on to Epstein, before we get to the Epstein stuff, one more thing. You had those like packets, sodium, magnesium, whatever packets, IV packets, whatever the fuck those things are.
Element.
I had a very similar thing last week.
Delicious.
Somebody I work with gave me one. It was surprising. It was different. I liked it. This one was like a lemon lime. It tasted like salty Sprite kind of. I don't know. But I don't know. You can feel it though, honestly, truthfully.
Oh, dude, I know like I've experienced extreme things, but like I used to eat a banana, pretzels, popcorn, and I drank a fuck ton of water and cheese. And that was the only way I could work all day in the summer as a painter. You could literally feel your body. You eat a pretzel, drink some water, dude. It's crazy. Like literally your mind just would stop. Yeah, I'm dehydrated. No, salt's bad for your body. It gives you fucking...
Here, take the salt.
Heart attacks. Literally
hydrate yourself.
I had thought about the heart the other day, Dave. I had a thought about the heart the other day.
About the heart?
Yeah. You know how they say that like the heart is like a pump?
Mm-hmm.
It pumps.
Sure.
You know, there's people online that say that your heart is actually like a magnet source. It's like an electromagnet, actually. And I was thinking like the heart is folded. I think they said. You can maybe look this up. Is the heart folded? Like you can unroll a heart or something?
Let's
ask Gronk if you can unroll a heart. Like, is a heart like one big rolled up organ? This will change my theory on what I was thinking about.
The idea of unfolding or unrolling a heart can be interpreted in a few ways depending on whether you're referring to a physical, mathematical, or metaphorical concept. Hold on. Is it better if I asked if it is folded?
Yeah, is the heart folded up on itself or something?
It just keeps saying the same shit. Oh, it can be interpreted in different contexts, right?
How is it interpreted?
Biological. The biological heart is not folded up on itself in the way a piece of paper or fabric might be folded. Instead, it's a complex three-dimensional muscular organ with a specific structure optimized for pumping blood. However, in development and anatomy can give impression of folding during certain stages. Oh, does it fold into itself when it beats? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I just seen a thing about like the heart getting unrolled. I'm partly making shit up, and I'm not saying I believe any of it. But what I was thinking about is if the heart is folded, transformers that generate electricity. If you were to take the shell off the transformer, inside is a bunch of fucking, it looks like honeycomb paper, and they're stacked, and it's like woven like a big ribbon in between them. And at the certain points in that transformer, there's little lugs on there, and that's where the wires come from that you attach to. And based on that placement, that's how they know the voltages produced by the transformer is by the placement within that honeycomb ribbon fucking thing. And I was wondering if the heart is like a big folded catacomb of something similar, and it actually produces electricity.
I don't
like that. Like,
yeah.
I've heard some people say that it's electromagnetic, and the reason that it pumps blood is because it's a magnet drawing the blood, and all the iron in your blood is actually magnetic. So it's when it pumps, it's actually drawing the iron in through magnetism through your blood, basically, because we're electromagnetic machines. And like the idea that the blood is just pumped through like a vacuum isn't quite the full story. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. It's just interesting. And it is also an overlap of actual electricity. So
interesting. Okay, I've never heard this idea before, but
well, I invented it, David, because no electrician has ever tried to be no electrician has ever tried to be a heart doctor. You know what I mean? But I lay down. I actually thought about this when I woke up this morning. I don't know how, but this was the first thought in my mind this morning, and I didn't remember until the pod, David. So thank you for summoning deja vu.
I'm now learning how to control it, Ryan.
Deja vu or the heart, David? Because you got mine.
Gay. Ryan. Today we're already 20 minutes in. We must talk about Epstein because James O'Keefe, somebody protect this man, has some fucking blockbuster shit. Are you ready for this?
I got my chocolate milk right here, David.
Okay. As always, Ryan, I can pause, and I guarantee I'll have to because this is a multiple many-minute clip here.
All right, before we go anywhere, we're on an airplane?
At an airport, yes.
God. How does he do this? I want to know. I don't care if he tells us. I want to just bullshit. I want to know. I want to know who the fuck he's got. And I wonder if he's employing hotter and hotter women. Because he's eventually, dude, he's got to get an IG baddie.
Do you think that's what he's got going on?
Oh, dude, at some point, James, look, listen. You got to get an Instagram baddie to work for you. Because it's the double echelon. That chick will go everywhere. And you'll tell her you're saving humanity. All you got to do is be yourself. You can't tell anybody. You're just going to ask super important questions to world leaders, super casual over fucking Pat LaFontaine, a fancy dinner, crab au gratin or some shit. I don't know. Some shit I can't pronounce because I can't afford it. I don't know. You're going to talk to some.
Did you just try to name a fancy dinner after a famous hockey player?
Yeah, Pat LaFontaine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get the Pat LaFontaine. Give me a nice Bordeaux to go with it.
Yo, Chad, I'm cooked. No, but he's got to get an Instagram baddie, sit down with a sheik, and be like, so, Mr. Sheik, like, you know, I don't know what happened during COVID, dude. Like, what'd you do? Like, what'd you do during COVID? And like, get him all his spilled guts, dude.
Dude, the sheik would be like, I didn't do fucking shit during COVID. I didn't close shit, didn't lock shit.
Problem is, a hot chick like that, they're gonna expect a better down, and that's kind of like tight. It's kind of tight.
Yeah. Sheiks aren't just.
He's kind of like almost prostitute. He's prostituting women for information. It's fucking hilarious,
dude. It wouldn't. I truly believe this. It wouldn't work with Middle Eastern people.
Oh, they don't talk to women, dude. I got a coffee at a Muslim.
Yeah, culturally, the 100%. Yeah. Like, dude, Middle Eastern men don't give a fuck what she has to say. They don't care.
I kind of like it. But then you understand the problem. Look. It's not that I think we're better than women. What I mean is, like, they're just like, no, like they're just like they just look at half of the population and be like, no, we're not doing that.
Dude, it was kind of crazy.
I love that. Like, I love that.
Like, my family very much didn't like my ex-brother-in-law. He's Israeli. And they're like, well, I don't like how he treats her. I'm like, dude, I hate to tell you this, but this is like the fucking culture in most of the world. Just so you know. Like, just especially in the Middle East, but just so you know, this
just so you
is
know, most
this is
women
how
can't
Middle
just
Eastern
talk
men.
shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That's just how it is in most of the world.
I had a guy that worked for our company. They had to pick him up or something. They had to bail him out. He was an Indian. And he went to jail for hitting his wife. He's like, and they picked him up from prison. He's like, you can't hit your wife in America? He's like, no, it's fucking assault. You can't hit your wife. And he's like, you can't hit your wife. This is crazy. They're like, he never understood that, like, you just can't hit women here. It's crazyville. Now, back to the Muslim thing quick, David. And then we'll round out our keeps. It's not that I like the fact of all that. I don't want to have words put in my mouth. But what I don't like about it is it ingrains arrogance. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to, like, look at a woman, let her express her feelings, go through this whole thing, and then be like, you know what? I just don't agree. Or I don't care. Or whatever you do. And then it just comes off as cold-hearted, not fucking Sharia law. So.
Yeah. So this is at an airport. Definitely protect James O'Keefe and all of his people. I don't know what.
Dude, the day before, 2 days before Charlie Kirk got fucking whopped, dude. Oh, this is terrifying. It's probably why I waited to release this.
It's not talked about yet, but it's soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA.
He wasn't a CIA. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there, but he's protecting a lot of people. Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax of the case, like a hoax or something. I mean, come on, it's not a hoax. He's been on the plane, many times. Mm-hmm. It's just he was never on the plane with the kids. I've seen the itineraries and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. While the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, there were rapes that occurred.
Overheard at Phoenix Airport on September 8th, 2025, a senior Justice Department investigator who personally worked on the Epstein case tells all. Glenn Prager, who has reviewed Epstein itineraries and has interviewed Epstein's victims, drops a bombshell. He says that the DOJ did not want to go after Epstein because he's a CIA asset, that the evidence from his investigation confirms that Bill Clinton was present for alleged rapes on the Lolita Express, and that President Trump was not present for the rapes that Glenn Prager investigated, but that he is protecting a lot of other people that were.
How about this whole Epstein thing that's like going on?
So I worked on that case. I used to interview all the victims, and my picture was 20 to 30 victims, in Palm Beach that I was interviewing and dealing with and stuff like that. And then
can we pause it?
Ready to go to trial.
Can we just acknowledge that this is the same thing Matt Drudge told Alex Jones 15 fucking years ago, live on air in Texas? Matt Drudge said, you're going to have to get information from a guy in a dark alley with a suitcase with printed words with different things cut out of different magazines and glued on the fucking paper and printed out of fucking, and you're going to have it transferred to somebody to transfer to somebody. It's going to pay in cash. We're going to have to go through these extreme means to get information. This guy met willingly. I didn't understand this. He met them willingly. Like, doesn't it sound like this guy met them in an airport to discuss this?
Yeah, I don't know. This is one of the things I never truly understand, like the context of these, like how it all comes about.
No, I'm telling you, this guy met them in this airport, and you ready for the genius, David? The reason they meet in the airport is there's too much sound for all those microphones to pick up all the different. Like all those little listening devices in there, maybe all the echoes. I don't know. For all I know, they got that figured out too. But I can't help but wonder, or this guy's about to hop on a plane and never come back.
I don't know. Like some of these like little undercover videos and stuff, it's pretty obvious that these people are on like dates or something. I don't know how this one came about.
They would flip. Epstein would just pay them off, and they were just like these little kids. They pay off their family. They're all broke kids and poor families, so you pay them off like anywhere from $150,000 to $500,000. Nothing in that guy's world.
Prager there describes how the victims that he interviewed were paid off by Epstein right before going to trial. Prager has worked as an investigator inside the Department of Justice for over 20 years. According to Prager's LinkedIn About page, it says that during the tenure at DOJ, Prager served
LinkedIn a
as
verified
an
source
inspector
at this
overseeing.
point?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, can you lie on LinkedIn? Sure, but why would you?
Well, I mean, the idea is that like my sister, I have a family member. Rather, I spilled the beans. I have a family member that works in the business, like corporate business world, and like they use LinkedIn as like a way to. It's basically the instant messenger between bosses, so that they can figure out who's like useless and shit before they even hire somebody.
Yeah, a ton of people use LinkedIn. Like it's very very popular.
Yeah, even if it's not verified by mainstream, it is used in the underground economy at least and verified. So, okay, understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sensitive investigations involving major DOJ components, including the FBI, DEA, Bureau of Prisons, U.S. Marshal Service, ATF, and the U.S. Attorney's offices. This seems to corroborate what Prager told us. He was tasked with interviewing Epstein's rape victims and investigating flight logs. On his backpack in the airport, we spotted an embroidered FBI patch, which caught the attention of our citizen journalist.
I'll tell you this, because no, it's not talked about yet, but it'll soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA.
He wasn't a CIA.
Although many have suspected it to be the case, this is the first time a Department of Justice official has confirmed that Epstein worked for the CIA and is a foreign asset.
So the DOJ was settling a case, and they were just letting him, do house arrest and they minimized his arrest. Part of that is because all the victims
pause it.
flipping.
How come all this shit revolves around kid fucking?
I think I have a theory on this. Ryan, if let's say the world is actually simple, okay? Let's say it's actually black and white, it's actually good versus evil, it's actually God and Satan. Can you think? I'd like to think we're on the good side, right? Not that doesn't mean we're perfect by any means, but we're on the good team, I think. Could you think of anything more evil, more satanic than stealing the innocence of children? Is it like the ultimate evil? Like, is raping children? Like, is there something more evil? Like, I could make cases. I would try to make a case at least. It's worse than murder. Like,
At least murder has an end.
Sure, yeah. Like, I don't know. Is being repeatedly raped as a child worse than murder? I think so. Seems like it.
I mean, how come? Foreign asset, works for the government, paid off families with government money.
Oh, with his money, right?
But what's it all around? It's sex trafficking. But it's still like, honestly, I don't even care anymore. Like who funded it? Why is it around? Why is it about children? They're probably not even talking fucking like older teenagers. That's bad enough. Like a 17-year-old or 18-year-old or taking a 20-year-old. You can't kidnap a 20-year-old. That's bad. Look, that's bad enough. But you can't take a 20-year-old. It's the young ones. Nobody's like fucking psychologically thinking about this. And where do they source them from? The third world no one will miss them. So, but basically orphan children, like the CIA and foreign assets are predatory. This sounds militaristic, David. Why is the military transferring kids to get fucked by foreign nationals. I don't care who's... Dude, you're treasonous! You're supposed to die! That's it. You solemnly swear you're sex trafficking children with government money or foreign asset money is a foreign... That's not good enough. Pretty sure raping children goes against all fucking things, David. Pretty sure United Nations, unless we're doing it in third... Yeah, that's the thing, right? These private islands, David. It's like that one that's off the coast of Florida or whatever it was, owned by the English.
Oh, I think it's off of Mexico, and it's owned by the French. I don't remember what that island was called. They just rented out to fishermen. Yeah, but they just...
Why is it all about kids? Why is it all about kids? Is that all we got to do? Is that all we got to do is just fuck the money? It's not even about money anymore? Because we all know the money's the scam, right? How many people, David, agree that it's all just a con, right? But what's the one con that nobody's fully admitted to? That all of our world leaders are fucking trafficking our children? And they don't need us? They just want our kids? They just want us to make enough kids for them until they got the robots to print out all the kids they want? Is that it? Because that's what I think it is, David. That's what I actually think it is. All the AI and stuff is to source people, to make people, to harbage people, to grow people. People will be taken care of by machines their whole life. They'll never even need a person to... It's... What's the movie? Gallica or whatever? When the dude's the last of the... He wants to be an astronaut and you pay so much money to be the genetic... You act like a genetic twin to somebody. And like he blasts up into space even though he was like born of the old way when your parents had sex to have children. Because in the movie, it's all about genetic like sequencing that they pick. You can pick the hair color and athleticism and all these things. They made a movie about that. But I know we're way off the Jeffrey Epstein thing. But to go from kids to robot replacing you is not like out of the stretch of imagination. Why is it all about the kids? Like it's really worth thinking about, man. Like I can't believe it doesn't bother people. Charlie Kirk, the whole country went, wow, man. They're fucking our kids. Like, honestly, like, does the Constitution even matter? Like, does freedom of speech matter? Does in a cave about you fucking my kids matter if you're still fucking our kids? Like, really? You're thieving all morality, David. Your point is it's like the prime evil.
I think,
like in reality, it's like the only sin.
I think that makes sense to me because what is I mean,
well, all other things would stem from it. All addictions, all negativity, all destroyed homes. Everything would come from that one thing.
But we've seen them. When I say them, like the elites and everybody attack religion, and does it not make more sense as you start to think of this context of it's literally God versus Satan happening in real time? It's playing out.
And then the very people are like, well, look at all the priests fucking them. You don't think the devil would infiltrate the church? Don't you think that would be like the first place he would go? Don't you think that's the first place you would go? And that's also the funny thing is the very thing that allowed it to happen was the very mindset that allowed it to happen. They're like, oh, that would never happen in God's home. But like, the only thing keeping it out is you believing it's not going to happen. Just like them, what they're doing. Just like the money, just like the global government that didn't exist, but now here I am finding out that they pulled YouTube videos because of a global government. Basically.
Literally.
Super private company. More money.
The global government that was ran by the United States government, ran?
Yeah, how come Zuckerberg's listening when they're the ones that the government's indebted to? At least my 401k is doing well while they're all fucking my kids. Go ahead, David.
They didn't have anyone to go to trial with. The more importantly part is they didn't want to go after him. He's an asset for the United States and Israel for the CIA. I just know that's what he was. And that's why he was protected so long for this, and people turned a blind eye about all this garbage that he was doing in the United States. He had a lot of secrets. More about Israeli stuff than anything else. I mean, he was doing stuff for Israel and the United States. He was, he's working for both.
Glenn Prager, the Department of
How?
Of course, they're working for both.
I jokingly said this on a Facebook page when I posted this link today, but I said score another point for the conspiracy theorists. How are we always getting it right?
Well, I mean, they did write books and papers about how they would do this, David.
Is it because we're paying attention? I mean, like, what was the big thing with Alex Jones you always said? Like, he would just literally just read their document. He wasn't doing anything crazy. He was basically just doing journalism. Can we be honest? Alex Jones was not.
He does what I do. He gets fucking 3 seconds into a video and be like, these fuckers are lying to you. Look at it, it's right here. And he flipped the fuck out.
Document
because it's 10 years in advance. He's like, they're going to put the black boxes in your car. I'm like, no, they're not. And then, hey, we can track your miles per gallon. Like, I wonder how you do that. Little black box, a fucking microphone in your phones. No, there's not. Edward Snowden showed you how they do it. Well, I got nothing to hide. Now they use it to sell you ads. Come on. Overton window, you and me my whole life. They didn't even watch a word. You know? The more you know.
I mean, the thing
Which is
about
why
Alex
right-wingers
Jones,
don't even realize. Go ahead, Dave.
No. The thing about Alex Jones is, for as many people who just broad brushed him as a conspiracy theorist, the true way to describe Alex Jones is literally a journalist. He didn't make things up. He wasn't talking about Bigfoot and shit. Maybe he did. I don't know. But all he did was read their documents, their writings. He got the source is them. It was the elites. He would go to the elites and he would say, well, let's read this document. And he'd read through the 500-page document. And he'd look right here and here and here. And he'd highlight it. And
for people who never were on Infowars.com before it got banned, you would go there. I don't know what it is now because I don't even need to. I know Alex is right. Like, we do this, right? We're Alex now. Look at me, Alex. I'm Alex Jones now. Because you're broke, because they fucking bankrupted you. We got to do it. If he can't, we have to, right?
I don't know if we'll have time, but there's an Alex Jones thing too.
Oh, we got to get to that. What was the same right before that? Oh, you would go to his website, and it would literally have the hyperlinks, and you would click on it. It'd be .gov websites. And I know because I used to do it. I used to show Dave, actually. Dave remembers. I'd be like, dude, this is... And Dave thought I was crazy 10 years ago, people. He thought it too. It was the food thing, wasn't it, Dave? It was really the food thing.
I don't know. Because there was a lot of stuff that there's still stuff I'm not completely with, but there was a lot of stuff that I was like always open to, but like some of it was like, I don't know about this. And I would say that
poisoning air. They wouldn't poison the air.
Oh, well, the chemtrail thing was always the thing I thought was interesting because you would talk about that and I'd be like, maybe. Let's see.
Just fucking spraying X's for 30 years here.
Meanwhile, we're on the show and like, oh, it's, Operation whatever. And they did it during the Vietnam War or whatever the fuck. I don't remember all the specifics. There's too many operations. I can't remember them all.
Yeah, what the fuck was the name of that?
I don't know, but all it was literally just altering the weather to like flood the river to
flood them out.
Yeah,
they said it'd be inhumane. It'd be inhumane.
You can't do that. That's
it caused a massive. It shut the whole fucking. It shut the whole economy down. It caused too much mudslides and it caused too much casualties.
It goes back to then, and it goes all the way to as recently as Saudi Arabia. Was it Saudi Arabia or Dubai? Somebody.
UAE.
Yeah, they tried to create a rain, and then they ended up creating a flood because there was a drought. So they're like, oh, let's create some rain, and it worked too well. I think was the headline, and it caused a flood. But no, we can't. Certainly, no. That's just a conspiracy theory, right? Can't change the weather. We can cause floods. Not a slight drizzle.
It's not a hurricane, David. So it's not the weather.
Oh well, that's what that was based on.
Well, Alex came out years ago. Alex came out years ago and said the military can alter hurricanes and use them as weather weapons. They spray sulfates and dioxides in the ionosphere, and it alters the jet stream of the hurricane across the globe.
By the way, document cam. Here it is. Here's all the writing. It's like, oh, that guy's it's like it's their document.
There. The problem is it would take you 45 minutes to prove, like, to actually see it all. You're like, holy fuck. And then by the end of 45 minutes, you're trying to eat your dinner and go to bed still. You're like, there's just not enough time in the day. There's just literally not enough time in the day to be to know that I'm not crazy to see the X, Dave. There's just sprayed X's, just X's every day. It's
just for design, SARS class.
Just every day they just X the horizon. It's just normal. Never noticed it before, people. Whatever. I know we're
but part of this is why long form content has been such a big change, because you could never. This is why people on the long form side have been so right about everything, and people in the mainstream media have been so wrong, because we're out. Well, a couple of things. One, our intent is better, but even somebody with good intent would never be able to explain the long form conspiracy stuff like this in like some 5-minute segment on Fox. You just can't. There's too much information. There's too much groundwork I have to lay before we can even talk about why they're doing this.
You got to fucking define what sulfate dioxide is and why it's a problem in the environment and how it mixes with the cloud to make heavier, denser clouds that hold on to, like, are you serious?
And even if you tried, like say Fox News
how many
had
people
somebody
actually give
on,
a fuck?
Say Fox News brought somebody on to talk about altering the weather, and they had like some 3-minute spot on Fox, and they just have to, they would sound crazy because they would just come out and be like, the government's changing the weather. And they'd be like, okay, this guy's fucking insane. Well, hold on. If you go watch his 3-hour-long video about it, a lot of this is going to start to make sense. If you watch a 30-second spot on Fox where he just yells the government's changing the weather, he's going to sound fucking crazy.
Yeah, and the average IQ in America is 100, and the IQ required for the conversation is like a 115.
Justice investigator on the Epstein case then talks about whether President Trump was involved. Many are trying to tie Trump to Epstein, but what Glenn Prager says is that Trump wasn't present during the inappropriate sexual behavior that he was investigating. But Prager does say that Bill Clinton was, backed up by his experience interviewing the victims and reviewing the Epstein Lolita Express itineraries. Quote, they killed the Epstein list to protect the Clintons.
But they claim that, that Trump's, involved in the rapes and all that stuff, and he wasn't. I mean, I've seen the agendas, I've seen the itineraries, and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. I remember that it was being killed because I know Clintons were on there. And
the Clintons were on there.
100%. And while the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, there were rapes that occurred. And that's what I'm saying. Trump, although as many flights as there were and all that kind of stuff, and on the island and all that stuff, he was never there during a single alleged rape. But Clinton for sure. And that's where the big cover-up was.
The Department of Justice investigator inside the Trump Justice Department says that while Trump may not have been present during the crimes that Prager investigated, it is clear that Trump is, quote, protecting a lot of people.
I don't know what's new that I have never seen that he's so hesitant to now show what's going on, and releasing all those files. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there, but he's protecting a lot of people.
The citizen journalist boarded American Airlines Flight 1634 and landed in D.C. Monday at 8 o'clock at night and proceeded to go to dinner with this man, this DOJ investigator, at a restaurant called Blue Duck Tavern. Glenn Prager dislikes the fact Trump said the Epstein scandal is a hoax, but he also says, according to the evidence from his investigation, that Trump is not covering up for himself.
Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax of the case, like a hoax or something. I mean, come on, it's not a hoax. He says a lot of stupid stuff. He's been on the plane, many times. Mm-hmm. It's just he was never on the plane with the kids. People want to tie it to him and say he's covering up for himself, but he's not.
Now, this is a very good thing for President Trump and seemingly exonerates him from many people who claim that he was doing something inappropriate himself. This dinner went on for an hour and 45 minutes as this Department of Justice investigator revealed things to a stranger that the leadership of the FBI and the Department of Justice has not. Prager revealed.
This part gets it gets a little interesting too, because now he's going to get into. Well, I guess I could just let it play, but he's going to get into a little bit of like Kash Patel and yeah, I man, it's just Ryan. Would you rather? I know the answer to this, but what would you rather have? Like, would you rather just have some fucking booming economy? My 401k is good.
I'd rather go down there with swords and cut the fucking head off Medusa, David, and watch the body die and watch all the shit. I would remove the superpowers of the world. I would fucking destroy every screen on fucking Earth, David. I would smash all the marble underneath my feet that would be required to change it. Yes. Every time. Every time. I don't care if I perish. Like, I really don't. You know, Tate said it. There's nothing else to do but fight back. You know, and then Tate gave up fucking trying to save the world because he's a trillionaire now, so whatever. They tried killing him. He said it's over. I can't blame him. Every time, I swear to God, I will gladly walk in that fucking White House, but I can't go down there by myself. I gladly walk in there. I have zero issue with that.
Trump's hesitation to be fully transparent with the Epstein case, gave us some details about internal gripes against FBI Director Kash Patel from within the FBI, and he detailed a developing feud between Kash Patel and Attorney General Pam Bondi. If you'd like to see more of that conversation in the restaurant, you may subscribe to OMG and find it on our website.
Who was like the one name where you're like, oh my God?
Here he is. Hey there, is this Glenn?
Yes.
You work for the Department of Justice, correct?
No.
You don't work for the Department of Justice. You had a patch on your backpack that said FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, in the airport.
Yeah.
And you talked about how you interviewed the Epstein people, all the Epstein victims. Do you recall that conversation?
I didn't. No. No. How can I help you?
I wanted to confirm that you, in fact, did work for the department. Hang on with the phone. Let's try calling him again. Glenn?
I'm not talking to you.
Well,
I don't know who you are. I'm not talking to you.
You already did speak to my friend.
Hey, now stop talking. I don't know who you are.
I'm a journalist. I need your help, sir.
I'm not talking to you or any journalist about anything.
Did you interview the Epstein victims?
I can't talk to you.
On the heels of release.
But you get 401ks all tied together. You get the people. You got to have a hot chick with fucking sunglasses on that record the fucking conversation to get the truth out of these people that allow a dog to vote by accident. Okay?
He finishes on a little Charlie Kirk thing. It's pretty nice, but I don't know.
You know, God rest that guy. So I'm so overhearing about it. I really am. It's just it's sad. It's just fucking that guy did nothing wrong to people.
No, and like we said when it first happened, man, it's just I don't know, man. If it's that guy, truly think this.
Fucking hate my gut. They hate.
That's the thing, man. If they're gonna do that to Charlie Kirk, the fuck do they think about us?
They hate you. They want you banked. They want you living on the street starving. Go lift the fucking bar. These people are trying to kill you. Crazy. They're trying to fuck your kids, justify it with being rich. Crazy. 401k is good if you're able to retire with cryptocurrency coming to wash all your money away. What do you got for Alex?
The Alex Jones thing is kind of like a thing. I don't know. Should we save it for tomorrow?
Yeah, save it for tomorrow. We'll lead with Alex tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think it's kind of a thing. We can end on some final thoughts about Epstein and go from there.
All right. I don't believe anything. Not that I don't trust James O'Keefe or this guy that apparently seen for no list. This guy awfully knew a lot. Just to get double dip narratives, triple dipped, sugar coated dip, all the exquisite dips, all the middle ends, all the endings, all the deaths, all the Clintons, all the. You can say he's Mossad. You can say it all. I don't look. I don't even know if I would see a list if I would trust any of these people, but I still don't think Trump didn't fuck kids. This doesn't exonerate Trump in my eyes. And with the way he's been cracking down on everything, I'm more mad at him being a tyrant. I'm more mad at him being a tyrant if he's going to be exonerated in the public eye. So I'm still pissed at Trump people. I mean, I was pissed at him this whole time, but I don't know if Epstein worked from Assad or Dussad or this side or that side. I don't think it actually matters. These high-end global governments, elitist military operators, these businessmen, these sweet executives, these political are literally harbinging kids from third world countries, first world countries, and second world countries and fucking them on private islands.
Well, let me real quick touch on that because I think it's easy for you to say it doesn't matter as far as if he was in the CIA or Mossad or whatever. But that's because we where we're at now understand that at the highest levels in our government and in the global government that definitely exists, we understand what these people are doing. For the average person, remember the idea that he was in the CIA or the Mossad was somehow conspiratorial, even though there's documented evidence.
You're so right. I'm so removed from like the average psyche.
Well, that's the thing, man. The average person to learn that Epstein was in the CIA, do you know how groundbreaking? We already know that. We've known that for years because, again, score one for the conspiracy theorists. But for the average person to find out and to actually get some form of hard anything that, oh my God, Epstein I thought he was just some rich creep. He was in the government. And we're here like, yeah, knew that 7 years ago. Thanks for joining us.
Wasn't it? And if Clinton really was on that list, obviously.
Yep, we knew that. We knew Clinton was on the list.
Doesn't it make that painting all the more
we
mysterious?
Knew it was a blackmail operation, Ryan. There's cameras and microphones on the island. Why else would you bug the island?
Nothing.
Why else would you bug the island you're fucking kids on? If you're just a creep who wants to fuck some kids, you would do it on a private island without documentation.
Maybe they were just transporting the kids, David.
To the island.
Just like Diddy was transporting prostitutes.
Just transporting them to the island so they could go play in the temple, Ryan?
I was picking up the kid that my best friend who's 7 years old from the third world country in Brazil.
And dropping him off
with my 50-year-old friends here.
On the Lolita Express.
All right, dude. I got a call. I got to piss. Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us on Rumble for the Greatest Podcast in Human History. As always, David, I appreciate you most for your time. I'll see everybody tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.